There is deep concern over the highly unacceptable maternal and child mortality rates that have persisted globally, despite the fact that the United Nations Millennium Declaration 2000 established 8 Millennium Development Goals, which are expected to be met by 2015. Less than half of all pregnant women in the sub-Saharan Africa and only half of all pregnant women in Southern Asia are attended to by a skilled health professional during child delivery, which is one factor that leads to maternal and newborn death. The Interparliamentary Union's Committee on Democracy and Human Rights has, however, passed 43 resolutions aimed at curbing maternal and child mortality rates, one of which is to strongly oppose unsafe abortions that account for 13% of total maternal deaths. The resolutions are expected to help reduce the rate of deaths, especially in the developing countries, provided there will be a track record of their adoptions.
Therefore, going to put in place in the Secretariat a mechanism that would enable us to track progress, look at what parliaments are doing in support of this resolution. We are also going to continue to support parliaments to build their capacity to deal with mother and child health issues, in particular in Uganda, where we have such a program already.
Deliberative functions of parliament. We should use that as a medium to sensitize our various communities to understand that women and children are victims and that they should be given proper help.
Uganda, one of the developing countries and also one of the countries facing the problem of high maternal mortality rate, has a lot to learn from other countries which have moved an extra mile in fighting the problem.
And the importance of media in education, awareness of all these aspects related to the child and maternity health are very important, and that shows how important is the media in highlighting the deficiency in various health care and social care.
Always we try our best to raise these issues in the parliament and push, if it needs laws and regulations, to push to put the law into action.
However, some of Uganda's legislators and the civil society organizations think otherwise about some of the resolutions passed by the Inter-Parliamentary Union. The women rights activist group does not agree with some of the resolutions passed, saying they only infringe on Uganda's God-fearing traditions and norms. Miriam Atembe and the group have called on Uganda's delegates at the IPU not to be corrupted by foreign delegates to pass laws at the expense of Ugandans.
But our friends from Europe, many of them who enforce these laws on us, for them they are bought by way of leisure. For them they are saying, excuse me, this is human rights. It's my human right to have sex the way I want. And when it ends in a baby, it's my human right to abort the baby. And they go into science. You know, science is, some big science is against Godly principles.
The reason why they are doing this is because the gay agenda, the ultimate goal of the gay agenda, is a new society, a new utopia, where there's absolutely no restriction on sexual activity.
It's also time that we also market our positions that a society without values is a dead society. And our values are to treasure human life.
Bushra Namirimu, NBS Television.
Breast cancer is one of the leading causes of death globally. It's the third commonest type of cancer in Uganda and affects both men and women, although it's predominant in females. Cervical cancer and Kaposi sarcoma are the commonest type of cancer in Uganda. There are calls for concerted efforts to help fight cancer, especially through better funding of these efforts.
We need to fund treatment, training, because the doctors are not enough, and nurses, and also to fund programs for advocacy and awareness in the communities.
The Uganda Women Cancer Support Organization, WACOSA, is drumming up its awareness drive this October, which is the International Breast Cancer Month. The activists are laying emphasis on the importance of periodic screening, breast self-examination, plus early diagnosis and treatment.
The time to increase awareness about the importance of screening, breast self-examination, early diagnosis and treatment.
National activities to commemorate the International Breast Cancer Month will climax in Iganga district. UWAKOSA is partnering with the Uganda Cycling Association to conduct a two-day cancer awareness that will be concluded with a bicycle ride. Zahra Namuli, Kabale Ivan Elvis, NBS Television.